Hello, welcome to Statecraft IAS and Social Perspectives Sociology in Newspaper series. In this series, we shall discuss newspaper articles in sociological perspective and revise relevant sociological concepts in our UPSC main syllabus with the help of a newspaper on daily basis. In today's video, we have an article saying Kerala to appoint dowry prohibition officers. It says the Kerala government has amended the Kerala Dowry Prohibition Rules 2004 to appoint dowry prohibition officers in all districts. The District Women and Child Development Officer will function as the District Dowry Prohibition Officer. The first phase of the training is over. The government has invited expression of interest from voluntary organizations for helping women issues, said Minister for Women and Child Development, Veena George. Now, if we analyze this particular article in our sociological perspective, we may remind of Karl Marx class struggle. Karl Marx in his class struggle says, have class, exploit, have not class. Now, we have to analyze that particular concept in this article and we have to apply that particular concept in this article. We see marriages in our society or in our culture are mostly anuloma marriages, not pratiloma. Anuloma means groom tends to be in higher status than the bride. Pratiloma means bride tends to be in higher status than the groom. But in our society, as there are mostly anuloma marriages, that means groom is in higher status than the bride economically. So we may say that grooms are half class and brides are half not class because they are economically higher in status. That means they own other means of production or means of production for production of things to run a family. So we can say that groom class is half class and bride class is have not class, and groom class is economically exploiting bride class. That means have class is economically exploiting have not class through dowry. This exploitation must end. That means dowry must end. So to end economic exploitation, Karl Marx suggests that class struggle or revolution is the solution. He says class in have not class must emerge from class in itself to class for itself. That means common consciousness must emerge among the have not class. Sense of oneness must emerge. That subjective realization of objective reality must be there. All these are required to overthrow the oppressor or to bargain better. But here, as marriages are held within the families, solidarity among the entire have not class. That means we cannot expect every bride in the country to come together and fight against dowry. So that class for emergence into class for itself will not happen. So revolution may not happen against dowry. So what must be done to end this economic exploitation? Durkheim says in criticism to Karl Marx that revolution is not the only solution to end the economic exploitation, but there are other means within the society uh, to be worked upon and reached upon a solution. That institutional means which Durkheim suggests is such kind, is this kind. That means appointing dowry prohibition officers is one of the institutional measures which Durkheim has thought. Hence, we can say that Kerala is going in the right direction by choosing institutional means to arrive at a solution to end dowry. Moreover, if you analyze this in Talcott Parsons' perspective, Talcott Parsons, in his social system and cybernetic hierarchy, has characterized four types of systems. That means cultural system, social system, personality system, and organismic system. He says cultural system is storehouse of information, and organismic system is storehouse of energy. Now, this act of dowry that a bride should be subservient to groom family, all these are cultural values in our society. That information is present in our society, in our culture. That information must be degenerated into some organisms only. It must that value must not be present as a cultural value as a whole. Hence, that those values must be degenerated, and energy to fight against the dowry, energy to fight against our cultural norms and values must be emerged from organism to culture. That means fighting against dowry must be evolved as a cultural aspect in our society. Only then a social change will occur. That means dowry can be ended. For that social change, Talcott Parsons says there are two ways. One is social control and the other one is socialization. Social control is enforcement of law, police action, etc. Socialization is nothing but values, norms, morals, etc. Now, this Kerala dowry prohibition law and appointing dowry prohibition officers is one of the social control measures because it is taking the route of enforcement of law, and it is seeking some kind of help called police action. in that sense, we can say that Kerala government is going in one of the ways that Talcott Passan suggested, that means social control. But there is another way to work upon, that means socialization. This can be worked with the help of media by doing aggressive campaigns against dowry, telling people that dowry is not good, it is against, it is for economic exploitation, it is against minimum dignity to bride's family and bride herself. This kind of values must be brought into the society through aggressive awareness campaigns. That measure can be termed as socialization measure. Hence, in Kerala, besides social control, there must also be socialization to achieve ends fast. Because Talcott Parsons says fear of punishment will not always act as deterrence. Moral commitment is required. Hence, that moral commitment comes only with the socialization. Only when individuals agree that it is against the norms, it is against the minimum dignity of bride, only then dowry can be ended. Moving on to the next article, here it says jobs for children without clinical trials will be a disaster. Says High Court. It says quickly vaccinate them once studies are over. Government told. Now here government says that this is in relation to one of the petitions by a minor. That petitioner argues that vaccination must be given to the age group of 12 to 17 also. In that particular case, High Court has called government as a respondent, and it has told that vaccination cannot be done to the minors without clinical trials. Once the clinical trials are over, it has directed government to quickly vaccinate all the minors also. Why High Court has directed in such a manner to the government? Because we have in Max Weber, we have a concept called fact and value. Now Max Weber tries to delineate fact and value, and he tries to bring a difference or differentiate between scientists and politicians. He says scientists act upon facts. They only see what is fact and what is scientifically proven, whereas politicians, they have to consider both facts and values also. Now here politicians know how much it is valuable to vaccinate minors, but politicians cannot solely go upon their values. They have to consider facts also from scientists. Hence they are waiting for scientists or experts, not for vaccinating minors. They are just waiting for an approval that these kind of vaccines can be used for minors also. When that fact is reached to the government, it considers both facts and values, and based upon those facts and values, it will go for vaccinating minors also. If it is only for scientists to rule the country, they wouldn't have considered values. They would have gone by only facts, which are there before them. But as the country will be ruled by politicians, not scientists, politicians are bound to consider both facts and values, as Max Weber has said, and weighing down these facts and values, they take the decisions to rule the country in a progressive manner and to achieve a welfare state. Now, that's all we have for today. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to Statecraft IS. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.